And I'm back. Welcome to my podcast. This is my studio where I record all of my podcasts with John. But today, I have you, Erena, to talk to me about communication updates.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. And cool mic.
Yeah, do you think you might start your singing career with these?
Probably.
So, you send a lot of communication information out to the industry. Talk to me a little bit more about it.
Sure, I would love to. Every week, we're communicating with the entire potato industry through emails. And we essentially have 3 different types of emails now. Our primary email communication are the weekly potato industry updates, which cover about 3 different topics in each one. And it ranges all the way from market insights, sales and export data, program updates domestically and internationally. It's a lot.
It does sound like a lot. So how do you make sure that you're not overwhelming everyone with all of that content?
Yeah, in the last year, we've actually expanded the different types of emails that we send out. So we also have emails that focus solely on one topic at a time. For instance, with everyone's love for soaking in information with videos, TikTok, that's all about videos. It's huge. We decided to launch the Keeping It Current video series. These are just short, informative videos that feature Potatoes USA staff, and they're talking about all the current events, really keeping everyone current.
I really love the video ones. Is there any other format that you're sending out, though?
Yes, we also have some detailed updates for food service, retail, and international markets. These are all separate emails and they go out once a month. We know that people love the numbers, they want the facts and the nitty-gritty details, so that's what these provide.
So what kind of response are you seeing from the industry with these new updates?
Honestly, we see that people love them. We've had a huge increase in engagement since last March, and this engagement has just continued. A lot of this is because of the different types of emails that we're sending and the variety of information.
What kind of statistics do you have from the emails that you're sending? Are there anything in particular you want to point out?
Yes, I'm so glad that you said that because, fun fact, our average open rate right now is sitting at 27%, which might mean nothing to some people listening, but anyone managing their industry communications knows that this number is way above industry standards, and it also is a huge indication that people are truly engaging and reading these emails that we send out.
I will second what you said because 27% is definitely a very high open rate.
Mm-hmm.
Are you by chance seeing any specific articles being read more often with this open rate?
Yes, right now the hottest topic seems to be Potato USA governance. And then everyone's always been interested in the retail insights and updates. Additionally, it's no surprise that people want to know exactly what's happening in the food service space. And one area that I'm seeing an increased interest in lately are the featured potato recipes, which always showcases Chef RJ's newest creations.
Well, that's because they're very delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to miss that email. If someone by chance is listening to this and they're not receiving that email, how can they make sure they can get this information?
Well, every board member has actually been signed up for these emails. However, there are deliverability issues, and we won't know that unless someone speaks up. So I am encouraging you, if you're listening and not receiving these, to not be shy and let us know because we'll fix the issue.
Yes, definitely speak up if you're not getting these emails. Erena, it sounds like you have a very good idea about the content and the variety and how to send it out. So I love all of the effort that you're putting into this communication. I think it's great.
Oh, absolutely. Communication is definitely a work in progress. And speaking of work in progress, I can't believe I'm saying that I'm sitting in Potatoes USA podcast studio. This is huge and new for us. How has the podcast been going since you've launched it?
Thank you for asking. You're making me blush. I feel like a celebrity. PotatoCast started in January, and it's been seeing a lot of positive feedback. I get about 100 listens per episode. We've had 3 episodes since January, and for a new podcast that's very specific to a specific industry, those are very good numbers. And I'm seeing it across the board because we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. but I'm mostly seeing people listen to the podcast on our website.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because that's where we send them through your communications, but also that's where they can find all of the supporting documents for the content in the podcast.
Yeah, those documents are definitely helpful if you need to look back on them. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of interest just 3 months in. What ended up sparking the idea to launch these podcasts?
Good question. When I started at Potatoes USA in last fall, we sent out a grower survey. And in that survey, there was a question about how do you get your news? Not just potato news, how do you get news in general? And many people did mention social media, which is why I gave an earlier presentation about social media. But some people said podcast, and I thought, of course podcast, because they're on the go, they're moving, and this is a way for them to get this information in a brief 12 to 15-minute episode. So that's how we started PotatoCast.
I mean, I'm just curious, what kind of information do these include?
Yes, sorry. We have a variety of content, and I look at the previous month's updates that you send out and what's been happening with potatoes in the media as well as on social media. And that's how I decide what I'll include in the upcoming episode. Now, of course, some information is very data-driven, like the sales updates that you send out. And it's difficult to put that in an audio format and keep people engaged. So I stick to more conversational stories, recipes, Team Potato, events, things like that. That way it's easy to digest through audio.
Okay. And I mean, these sound terrific. I know that they go out once a month currently. Are you planning on updating the frequency?
Yes. I don't want to spill the tea too much, or potato vodka, but we are looking at increasing these to twice a month. So I'll do one brief episode that's shorter, that focuses more on just the top highlights so that people can stay up to date and maybe remind them where they can find the deeper information on our website. The second episode will focus on a story or more of a conversation with either a potato industry member or someone from Potatoes USA. We can talk about an event or potatoes in the media and just have more of that potato talk.
Well, honestly, I'm really looking forward to seeing who's the first guest on this special edition. Now, how do we make sure that we're subscribed?
Yes. So PotatoCast is on Apple and Spotify.
Okay.
You just need to search for Potatoes USA or Potato-Cast. Simple.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds really easy. All right, you heard her, folks. Go subscribe. You don't want to miss these.
Thank you for the love, Erena. I appreciate it. And thank you for your time here today on PotatoCast.
Honestly, it's been so fun behind the mic. Thank you.
Yeah.